With this series finale to Muggled right around the corner, the time has come for reflection. For a look back on the show's journey from concept to reality, and the remarkable people who made that happen. Whether you're a fan of the show or just curious where this thing came from in the first place, here are 100 facts about Muggled. Number 1. Show writer Chase Whedon-Worley got the idea for Muggled when discussing sketch ideas with a friend of his in college, back in 2013, at the University of Tulsa. Barry's name and character, the name of the show, and short sketch ideas including the premise of Episode 9, Expecto Probation Officer, were all established during that brainstorm. Number 2. The series was never revisited until the spring of 2015 while Chase was on tour with a children's theater company in New England. After telling his tour partner, another actor, Ben Regan, about the idea and getting a positive response from it, Chase texted his roommate in Chicago, Justin Blankenship, asking if he would be interested in going into such a project together. To which Justin replied with a resounding yes. So starting in March, Chase began writing episodes, jokes, and ideas while on tour, and by the time he arrived in Chicago, he had 4 completed episodes. Number 3. While on tour, Chase and his tour partner Ben Regan had begun playing around with writing another series with the working title Spinning Wheels, based on their experiences as touring children's theater performers. An entire first season was mapped down, but never finished. Number 4. While Chase had written short fiction and poetry before, he had never written a screenplay or a web series before, nor had Chase any experience in producing film projects. Number 5. Chase and Justin are roommates in real life, and Muggled is shot out of their own apartment. Number 6. Chase and Justin both studied musical theater at the University of Tulsa, and they both work at the restaurant Lady Gregory's. Number 7. Other productions that Justin and Chase have appeared in together include Altar Boys, Biloxi Blues, and Tartuffe, all at the University of Tulsa. Number 8. In the show, Curtis's bedroom is actually Justin's bedroom, and Barry's bedroom is actually Chase's bedroom. This was to allow for the emptying of Barry's room in the first episode. Number 9. Barry was originally going to have an owl instead of a cat for a particular gag. For obvious reasons, the idea was scrapped. Number 10. Barry was originally written to have been extremely and explicitly sexually active at Hogwarts, but upon remembering that all the Hogwarts students were 17 and under, it was decided that it wouldn't be a great idea to include implied underage sex as a part of the show.
That little potion single-handedly caused the Great Hufflepuff Makeup Party of Odd 13.
Number 11. Both Chase and his character Curtis hate talking on the phone, which is why Chase personally thinks it's funny to have Curtis working at a call center. Chase also worked at a call center in what he called the worst summer of his life. Number 12. Even Justin Blankenship doesn't know what Barry did to get kicked out of Hogwarts.
Let's just say, apparently, flammable and inflammable mean the same thing. I almost burnt the school down once, but that was an accident.
Number 13. While their ages are never specified in the show, Curtis is 3 to 4 years older than Barry. In reality, Chase is only a few months older than Justin. Number 14. The character of Barry draws inspiration from the characters of Jake Peralta from the show Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Rick Sanchez from the show Rick and Morty, while the character of Curtis draws inspiration from Michael Bluth from the show Arrested Development and Tulio from the film The Road to El Dorado. Number 15. Chase would often write sections of dialogue while at work at Lady Gregory's. Number 16. There are only 4 Harry Potter characters even mentioned in the show. Professor McGonagall.
I'm going to tell you what Professor McGonagall told me.
Professor Flitwick.
I'm going to tell you the same thing Professor Flitwick told me.
Newt Scamander.
Stole my Newt Scamander trading card.
And Bathilda Bagshot.
Strip-teasing witch named Bathilda Bagshot.
Number 17. When writing the show, Chase made an effort not to include characters from the series. As he stated, the show's not about Harry Potter or the events in the books, it's about the wizarding world itself and how it gels or doesn't gel with the real world. Number 18. In the show, Barry lived in the Muggle world until he was 10 before going to Hogwarts. But during the original writing process, Barry's character went back and forth between having lived in the Muggle world for 10 years and being in the Muggle world for the first time at the start of the series. The latter scenario would mean that everything in the Muggle world would have been new to Barry, making him feel more like a fish out of water. While Chase felt that this version allowed for more gags in the series, that also would mean that if Barry was never in the Muggle world before, then Curtis and Barry would be meeting as strangers at the beginning of the show, and the two of them would have no history together. And Chase felt that their relationship was more important than the jokes. Number 19. The cat who plays Morgana is named Socks because the white on her paws makes it look like she's wearing tiny white socks. And she belongs to Justin. Number 20. On Pottermore, Chase was sorted into Slytherin, which he still doesn't quite understand. Justin has yet to sort himself in Pottermore. Number 21. On the Muggled website, Chase wanted Justin to write his own bio, but Justin procrastinated in writing it. So for the first 2 weeks after the website went up, Justin's bio had the placeholder bio, which read thusly. Justin is a tasty piece of Arkansas man-meat. Actor, comedian, and all-around Casanova by day, martial arts vigilante by night. He can finish Skyrim faster than you can finish a bagel, and he never leaves his seat up. The truest gentleman and scholar that ever descended from Asgard. Number 22. For the first 3 episodes of filming, Chase and Justin didn't have their own camera. They had to borrow a camera from a co-worker, Faven Hiley, whenever they wanted to film, which is why she's included in the special thanks at the end of the first 3 episodes. Number 23. Often Justin and Chase had to film without a camera person, so they would have to set up the camera, stand in front of it, check to see if it's framed to their satisfaction, and then film. Number 24. The budget for Muggled is almost entirely out of Chase and Justin's pocket. They raised a GoFundMe campaign that earned them just over $700. Number 25. One of the other names listed under special thanks is Spencer Davis, Chicago actor, director, playwright, and high school friend of Justin Blankenship. He was also the head writer for another web series called Undercovers. In light of this, Spencer was one of the first contacts in Chicago that Chase approached for advice regarding Muggled, and a contact whom Chase would continue to touch base with for guidance regarding the show. Number 26. Spencer Davis was also the first to donate to Muggled's GoFundMe campaign. Number 27. The font that is frequently used on the show is called Lumos Latino and is the same font as the chapter titles in the Harry Potter books. Number 28. The fallout between the characters Curtis and Riley is loosely based on the fallout from Chase's first relationship of 6 years. Number 29. In the pilot, the name of the real estate broker on the fridge, Stephen Marzolf, is actually the name of Chase and Justin's acting professor from the University of Tulsa, who now currently teaches at the University of Arkansas. Number 30. In the first episode, for the empty room scene, Chase, Justin, and Sahara had to empty out Chase's room and move everything into the living room, and then move it all back in afterwards. Number 31. Episode 2, Back to Squib 1, was actually added in much later in the writing process. Chase felt like a look in between at the start of Barry's transition to the Muggle world was necessary. This resulted in the numbering of all the later episodes to be moved up a number, which made for some confusing emails. Number 32. The mother is played by the wife of Chase and Justin's boss at Lady Gregory's. Number 33. The conversation with Mom at the beginning of episode 2 was originally written to be in the pilot, but it was moved to keep the pilot's plot more concise. Number 34. The title of each episode features a Harry Potter-related play on words. Chase's personal favorite is the simple title of episode 3, On Nuts. Number 35. The sack of coins in episode 3 is filled with actual spare change, fake coins, and a shirt. Number 36. In the episode Swish and Flicks, Chase had Justin actually fill out the crossword puzzles on the table. One of them literally just says the word dick over and over, and ending with the word penis, which inspired a return of the gag in the short special Hogwarts v Half-Blood. Number 37. Originally, in Swish and Flicks, there was no subplot with Curtis quitting his job, and it was just Barry becoming addicted to Netflix until the subscription ran out, forcing him to move on, only to become addicted to Tumblr. Number 38. Nearly every episode went through some kind of major change between original script and filming. Episode 6, Muggled Unplugged, for example, featured 2 different versions. One in which Curtis had tremendous difficulty getting by without technology, while Barry relished in the schadenfreude, and the version that ended up airing, with Curtis faring well without technology and Barry worrying about losing his bet. Number 39. In the episode Muggled Unplugged, Curtis mentions that he's on level 1025 on Candy Crush Saga.
That's only because I'm on level 1025.
This was the same level that Chase reached after 2 years of playing Candy Crush before finally deleting the app for good. However, as of this video, he is on level 1174 of Candy Crush Soda Saga. Number 40. In the episode Muggled Unplugged, Chase wrote out several unusual rules in the contract, including rules concerning accidentally sitting on pieces of technology. Number 41. If you look closely at the phone Barry is holding in Muggled Unplugged, you will see the time says 11:36, very different from the time actually mentioned minutes before in that scene. Number 42. During the Ask a Wizard segment, the names of the people asking questions are named after actual classmates and friends of Chase and Justin, from school and work. Number 43. In the second Ask a Wizard segment, Ken from Chicago asks if a ninja or a wizard would win in a fight. This is a nod to the old YouTube series, Ask a Ninja. Number 44. Other guest characters on the show are nearly all castmates or work friends of Chase or Justin. Number 45. In the title, When the Moon Hits Your Eye, That's Amortentia, Amortentia refers to the most powerful love potion in the Harry Potter universe. Incidentally, the love potion under which the main villain, Voldemort, was conceived. Number 46. Elise Spurline, who plays Sawyer, reached out to Chase shortly after seeing posts about Muggled on Facebook. Even before the first episode was released, she expressed great enthusiasm and a desire to be a part of the show. Number 47. The restaurant in which Curtis and Sawyer have their first date is Lady Gregory's, which is where Chase and Justin both work. Number 48. While other characters make brief appearances in the earlier episodes, Elise Spurline is the first actor to guest star as a character that interacts directly with both Curtis and Barry. Number 49. Originally in When the Moon Hits Your Eye at Zamortentia, Curtis and Sawyer did have sex, motivating Sawyer to get a postcoital drink of water, but instead getting the love potion. But the change was made to have Sawyer drink the potion first to add further sexual frustration to Curtis's character. Number 50. The song playing in the background of the restaurant in Episode 7 is Goodbye Privet Drive by the Harry Potter fan band The Ministry of Magic. Number 51. The love potion in Episode 7 is actually Brisk. Number 52. Riley is played by Patty Mullaney, whom Justin met at a Shakespeare class. She was immediately interested in a role after Justin mentioned the series he was working on with Chase. Number 53. Patty Mullaney also was a competitive figure skater for 12 years. Number 54. Patty Mullaney toured with the production of Out of Bounds across the country, and is an advocate for anti-bullying in schools. Number 55. Wesley Daniel, who plays Thaddeus Slunt, is a bartender at Lady Gregory's with Chase and Justin. Number 56. Wesley also made an appearance on Chicago Med. Number 57. Wesley Daniel also enjoys rock climbing. Number 58. In a cutaway of two wizards having a brief duel, those wizards are played by Mario Vancheri, a former server at Lady Gregory's, and Joseph Vislovsky, who was a Kit Kat boy with Chase in a production of Cabaret, and who also played a walker in the Season 5 finale of The Walking Dead. Number 59. In Episode 8, when filming Barry's scenes with Slunt, it began to rain on the day they were filming, so they had to refilm half of the episode. Number 60. Additionally, when filming the Riley and Curtis scenes, the microphone barely picked up any of the dialogue, so Chase and Patty had to record their lines separately in ADR. All in all, about 75% of the footage for Episode 8 was basically unusable as it was. Number 61. Episode 8 was Chase's most difficult episode to write. While he enjoyed the challenge of intercutting between two different conversations, he struggled in finding interesting action in an episode that was essentially two pairs of characters having two different conversations. Number 62. After the finale, which contains 34 pages, Episode 8 is the longest episode at 29 pages. Number 63. James Bold, who plays Barry's probation officer Ardith Van Trask, was a castmate of Chase's in Teatro Vista's production of Romeo and Juliet. He played the friar. Number 64. James Bold has no legal middle name, and also once stole a swatch of Prince Charles's coronation tapestry from Broadway costume designer William Ivy Long, who was commissioned to design the prince's canopy. Number 65. Charles Askenizer, who plays the Dementor, was also in Romeo and Juliet with Chase as Mercutio. Number 66. Charles Askenizer also has recently started his own theater company, Invictus Theater. Number 67. Charles also teaches yoga. Number 68. Originally, there was no Ardith Van Trask. For the longest time, the Dementor was a named speaking role. Its name was Cecil, and it would question Curtis in a voice reminiscent of Ben Stein. Chase liked the idea of such a scary creature being reduced to that of a bureaucrat. Like seeing Freddy Krueger at the DMV, he said. But as the show grew more and more faithful to the Harry Potter canon, it became harder and harder to justify a talking Dementor in this world. So the character of Van Trask was created as a foil for the Dementor. The Dementor's name is still Cecil. Number 69. In filming Expecto Probation Officer, the air conditioning was so loud they had to turn it off to cut out background noise, which made the apartment very stuffy, especially for James, who wore a full suit and coat, and Charles with 3 layers of black fabric as the Dementor. It got so hot that they would take water breaks when the camera overheated and had to be placed in the freezer to cool off. Number 70. The episode Expecto Probation Officer was inspired by the opening scene in the film Inglourious Basterds. Number 71. In fact, James Bold, when playing Van Trask, was given the direction to play him like Dolores Umbridge combined with Christoph Waltz. Number 72. With the exception of Riley, Sawyer, and Vera, Chase made an effort to make all characters gender-neutral, to allow more opportunities to cast women. In fact, Ardith Van Trask was originally going to be a female probation officer named Jazanthabel Perch, but Chase enjoyed working on stage with James so much, and knew the kind of energy and fun he'd bring to the role, that he altered the character's name and gender in order to cast James. Number 73. The visual effects of the Dementor in Episode 9 were thanks to film student and actress Karen Alexis Gumbiner. Number 74. Karen also appears as Sam in the mini-sode Hogwarts v Half-Blood, and has a cameo appearance in the Halloween special. Number 75. Karen also plays competitive dodgeball. Number 76. Chase knew that he wanted to include a Muggled Halloween special, but he didn't know what story to write. He also wasn't sure if he wanted to pursue a full episode's worth or just a short, or even a brief holiday greeting from himself and Justin. He thought up 3 possible stories to pursue, and in the end decided to do all 3. Number 77. The vampire in the Halloween episode is played by Ali Torres, who played Lady Capulet alongside Chase in Romeo and Juliet with Teatro Vista. Number 78. The vampire teeth in the Halloween special kept falling out during filming. Number 79. Chase reused the Scarecrow outfit from the Halloween special as his own Halloween costume. Number 80. The host of the Halloween special, Philip Winston, was also with Chase in Teatro Vista's Romeo and Juliet as Father Capulet. Number 81. Philip Winston also starred in an Allegra commercial produced by The Onion. Number 82. The potion in the Halloween episode is actually orange juice, cranberry juice, lemonade, and wine. Number 83. Devin Carson, who plays Vera, is a member of the Artistic Home Ensemble in Chicago and also plays in a band called Airstream Features. Number 84. The Trask at Hand was the last episode written for the show, written months after the finale was. Number 85. The special episode The Trask at Hand was never originally part of the show, but Chase enjoyed the rapport that actors Charles and James had together so much he wrote an exclusive episode just for them. Number 86. The 2 dueling Hogwarts students in the cutaway of episode 8 both reappear later in episode 11. The one on the right appears as a wizard gang member, and the one on the left returns as the character Niles in the drinking game.
You know, we'd be a lot safer with guns.
Number 87. The episode with the largest cast is episode 11, with 11 different characters. Number 88. The potions used in the drinking game scene of episode 11 are all different flavored Mexican fruit sodas called Jarritos. Number 89. Much like his character, Justin Blankenship is a bit of a jokester, and would oftentimes try to make his co-stars break character on set. Number 90. There are at least 5 episodes that require a big mess to be made in the apartment, not including the Super Bowl promo. Number 91. Sometimes the battery charger for the camera can be spotted in the background in certain shots. Number 92. While not mentioned in the credits, Chase also edits each episode. Number 93. With the initial concept of the show revolving around the characters of Curtis and Barry, Chase did not expect the series to develop the sizable cast of recurring characters that Muggled eventually gained. Throughout the series, the characters of Vera, Logan, and Riley appear in 3 different episodes, including the finale, and the characters of Slunt, Trask, Sawyer, and the Mom each appear in 4 different episodes. Number 94. The actor Charles Askenizer makes the most appearances in the show with 5 episodes, 4 as the Dementor Cecil, and 1 as Richard in episode 11. Number 95. Sahara Alfonso, Muggled's original marketing coordinator and sometime camerawoman, also makes a few cameos in the series. In episode 7, When the Moon Hits Your Eye, she can be seen sitting in the back corner booth at the restaurant. In episode 8, Era Said She Said, she can be seen walking in the background between Curtis and Riley. In episode 9, Expecto Probation Officer, she's a speaking line as Riley's roommate in the fake Next Time on Muggled segment. Number 96. Justin's brother, Trent Blankenship, in addition to manning the camera for a few episodes, also makes 4 cameos throughout the series. In episode 9, the Halloween special, the Trask at Hand, and the Christmas special. Number 97. Justin's favorite episode is episode 6, Muggled Unplugged, followed by episode 10, Part and Parcel Tongue.
And I'll take that.
Number 98. Chase's favorite episode is episode 11, Holly Jolly Polyjuice, followed by episode 9, Expecto Probation Officer. Number 99. While never explicitly stated in the series, Barry and Curtis actually don't come from the same father, making them half-brothers, a fact which even they don't know. And it is this revelation upon receiving Barry's acceptance letter to Hogwarts that most likely initiated the divorce between Curtis and Barry's mom and dad. Number 100. Following in the steps of the Harry Potter franchise, Chase has bounced around the idea of a Muggled stage adaptation. And there you have it. 100 facts about one of the most unique Harry Potter spin-off web miniseries of its kind. Please join us in 2 weeks for part 1 of the conclusion of Muggled's year-long run. From Justin and Chase, thank you all so much for watching.